Hello everyone, this is RaceBase and welcome to Star Mission Remote Sectors. This is a game due for release on May 21st. It is from a sole developer in Germany and I got the Steam key from the developer, so full disclosure. And the developer says it is a story-driven sci-fi adventure inspired by games like Firewatch, Outer Wilds, and the spirit of exploration from Star Trek. And maybe I would also compare it to something like Deliver Us the Moon or Deliver Us Mars, though those are more puzzle-based, and this has other aspects to it, as we will soon see. So the introduction reads as follows. The year is 2224. Humanity has crossed the threshold of the stars, venturing into the remote sectors of the Milky Way. As the commander of a research vessel, you and your crew are sent to investigate gravitational anomalies surrounding a newly discovered black hole orbiting an uncharted planet. Your mission: investigate a mysterious signal emitting from deep within the planet. And let's face it, a black hole orbiting a planet is quite a trick, because a black hole of the same mass as Earth is about 1 centimeter in diameter, and a black hole around the mass of the Sun is 2 kilometers. Well, here's our planet. The shadows are doing something interesting there, but that's because the Sun is actually behind the mountain. You can sort of see the Sun there, and it's actually because the mountain's covering part of it that's distorting it. There you see the black hole. It looks really big, but you can see it moving very quickly, so it's orbiting very close to the planet. So it's a little bit hard to determine its size, but this must be a very heavy planet if that size black hole is orbiting it. But let's set that aside for now. We are here, after all, to discover things about the planet. There may be strange things about it that make it possible for a black hole to orbit it. We do not know just yet. We are here to explore it. And so we shouldn't be coming to any conclusions just yet. Now, I'm not going to provide any spoilers. I don't think I got far enough to get to the real meat of things anyway, as far as spoilers are concerned. It's interesting that the black hole sort of gets distorted like that. I've never seen that in a game before, but it's definitely getting lumpy right there, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm just going to talk about some of the basic mechanics that I encountered so that you get a sense of some of the things that you're going to be doing in the game. One thing that I'll cite as a criticism, a minor thing, is that there was an invisible wall right here. I can't move forward in that direction. And this is the only invisible wall I think I encountered. Mostly things are blocked off by the mountains, and that works just fine. We can't just climb the mountains. They're very steep. So that's fine. The mountains should probably be moved ahead if we really need to be barred from going that way. But yeah, I couldn't really go in that direction. So here it introduces energy crystals, which we will have to harvest. And we have shields and speed enhancements, as it says. And as it says, we have shields and speed enhancements that will deplete our energy, so we need to use that all very carefully. But those are some of the key mechanics. Another key mechanic is the laser cutter, which can break apart rocks. I don't really need to do it right there, but it's very insistent that I should do it, so I decided to pull that out. And well, you have to find the right spot, it seems. And then it's sort of like that. But don't worry, there's another thing that you can use to move things around. We actually have telekinesis, but I'm not using that just yet. And right now, I don't even know about it at this point. But I think we could move those chunks around with telekinesis if we needed to. I ultimately moved something else.
Radiation levels are rising.
That's the energy crystal. No, we don't zap it. We just take it. And there are lots of little energy crystals. And that's what we fuel our shields with. So
I wonder what went wrong here.
You get the spaceship. Probably some aspects of it could do with some better textures if we're going to get this close to it. So I'll say that. Only on the exterior. The interior is fine. But I was roaming around it quite a bit. There's a dome up there, and that is presumably where we're going to. It's sort of indicated by our compass. Now there's a gravitational anomaly right there, and that's an interesting thing. And I am actually getting pulled towards it. There's sort of a sideways tendency And here, it's actually closer than I thought it was. And you can see the streaky lines on the sides and the waviness and a sound effect that's indicating that it's pulling me to it. So that happens. I originally thought that that was a great peril, especially with what happens here. You can see it's very close and pulling me. And pulling me, I'm trying to run away. I'm using the endurance. The endurance is used up by your speed enhancement. But ultimately, I think what actually happened here was that my health was getting hurt by the radiation because I didn't have my shield up. And it wasn't the gravitational anomaly that killed me right there. I originally thought that it was the gravitational anomaly that killed me, but then I encountered one again and the results were quite different. I didn't like immediately die. So the mechanic with the gravitational anomalies is not that they rip you apart immediately or something like that. That, on reflection, would have been very drastic. And instead, well, you'll see what they do in a sec when it's getting close. Well, very close. It turns all purple, and then it spits you out in a direction. Now, I do wish that it would at least hurt me, but it didn't seem to take any health like that. It might suck some power up, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think there needs to be more of a penalty to encountering those gravitational anomalies than I think I witnessed there. But maybe having the shield up helps, because I had the shield up there. Not sure. So I'm not entirely sure how exactly the gravitational anomalies are supposed to work. I initially thought that they were very strong, and then now they seem a little bit weak. So anyway, next up I discovered how to do telekinesis, because we have to move these blocks out of the way. And to do that, I have to upgrade it, and we use the energy to upgrade it. And then I can move these aside, as you can see, or just have them float up as I sneak under, which is what I end up doing here. Quickly, alright. So, that is another thing we can do. I have no idea what this was about. You'll have to figure it out. Apparently a soccer ball, but I think it's supposed to be an alien thing, but I activate it and then it floats up, and well, you're just gonna have to play the game to figure that out. And then we get closer to the dome, and there are these floaty lightning things and an electrified fence.
I've run into a bit of trouble. There's a laser fence blocking my path, and there's some sort of ball lightning going on. These things look like they'll find me if I
think that gives you a taste of the game. It's an adventure game. You encounter all these obstacles, and it's not quite as straightforward a puzzle game like Deliver Us the Moon or something like that.
I'm heading there now.
There is a goal for you, but there are more active obstacles like these gravitational anomalies and stuff like that. Next up here, though, this is a very simple puzzle that we get into after I once again encounter this gravitational anomaly and it spits me out. So here, it does that, I get thrown, okay. But yeah, we go over to a control center to try to drop the laser wall, and that entails a very minor puzzle. If I can get away from the gravitational anomaly, it is sucking me again. So that it is a bit of a hassle, I'll give you that, for the gravitational anomalies. They are a bit of a hassle. But okay, I think I'm free now. So I go over. I'm not gonna show you the
place. I don't want to deal
puzzle.
with any more surprises
I'll
today.
leave that to you. You'll have to discover it. But it was very simple. The one thing is, I didn't notice in time that there is a timer. After I solved it, it started counting down from 1.5 minutes. And so I'm here to warn you, it's going to start counting down and you need to get out very quickly and get through the fence. I'm going to leave it here. I think this is a sufficient introduction to the game. It is from a sole developer. It's not a AAA title, so keep that in mind. And I don't know how it all ends up or where the story is going or anything like that. So I'm showing you some of the mechanics without actually knowing exactly where it ends up or making any conclusions about it in that respect. It seems like a good kind of game for somebody to make early on as a solo developer. This might not be the developer's first game, but hopefully it's something that they can build upon and they can do more ambitious things later on. And so, to some extent, it is a matter of supporting a solo developer like this. And that's how I feel about that. So, anyway, that has been Star Mission Remote Sectors, and we'll see how it does. With that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions as I approach the wall and it'll once again have its laserness reactivated just in time to block me. So anyway, with that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.